I've always been fascinated by old photographs. There's something about the way they seem to capture a moment in time, freezing it forever. So, when I stumbled upon an antique shop in my neighborhood that specialized in vintage photography, I just had to go in. The shop was dimly lit, with rows of old photographs lining the walls. I spent hours browsing through them, marveling at the faces of people I'd never known. That's when I saw it. An old photograph of me. At least, it looked like me. The man in the picture had my eyes, my nose, my hair. But it couldn't be me, because the picture was taken in the 1920s. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I picked up the photograph, studying it closer. The man in the picture was standing in front of an old car, wearing a suit and a hat. He looked happy, carefree. I turned the picture over, and on the back, it said, James, 1,925 feet. I didn't think much of it, assuming it was just a coincidence. But as I continued to browse through the photographs, I found more pictures of me. There was one of me as a soldier, taken during World War II. Another one of me as a young boy, playing with a ball. Each picture was from a different time period, but the face was always the same, my face. I started to feel a sense of unease, as if I was being watched. I looked around the shop, but the owner was nowhere to be found. I decided to purchase the photographs and take them home, hoping to learn more about them. As I was leaving the shop, I noticed a strange old man standing outside. He was staring at me, his eyes fixed on mine. I felt a chill run down my spine as he approached me. "You're looking for answers, aren't you?" he said, his voice low and gravelly. "Answers about the photographs." I nodded, and he smiled. "I can give you answers," he said, "but you might not like what you hear." He invited me to his house, and I followed him, feeling a sense of trepidation. As we sat down in his living room, he began to tell me a story. "The photographs you found are not just any photographs," he said. "They're echoes of a life that's not yours. A life that's been lived before, by someone who looks just like you." He explained that the man in the pictures was a stranger, a doppelganger who had lived through different time periods, experiencing things that I could only dream of. But as I listened to his story, I started to feel a sense of dread. Because if the man in the pictures was a stranger, then who was I? Was I just a copy, a replica of someone who had lived before? The old man's eyes seemed to bore into my soul as he spoke, and I felt my sense of identity slipping away. I tried to stand up, to leave, but my legs felt heavy, as if they were rooted to the spot. And then, I saw it, a photograph on the wall, of the old man and me. We were standing side by side, smiling at the camera. But as I looked closer, I realized that it wasn't me. It was the stranger, the man from the pictures. And the old man was standing next to him, his eyes black as coal. I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. The old man's smile grew wider, and I felt myself being pulled into the photograph, becoming a part of it. I was no longer myself, but a mere echo of a life that's not mine. And as the darkness closed in around me, I realized that I was never me to begin with.